guys, good afternoon. We will start in about 4 minutes. So for this class, it's going to be the hamstring flexibility class. So I want you to set up your mat close to a wall because we'll be doing 2 poses on the wall. And then if you have blocks, go ahead and if you have your blocks, grab your blocks. You can also use, instead of blocks, you can use pillows, you can use blanket as well. Right, and we'll start in about 2 minutes. So again, set up your mat over there on the wall or along the wall. And it's just going to be, it's not going to be an aggressive practice. It's not going to be a highly active practice. We'll be doing a little bit of a yin style. We'll also do just a little bit of dynamic stretch, and we'll also apply PFR or a little bit of kinesiological stretching as well to really get into our hamstrings and open hi Ate Che. We'll start in a bit. I'm also going to move my mat off the wall, so I'm going to adjust as well. We're going to spend a little bit of time on some of the poses. So if I do freeze, just continue. And then hopefully my connection will be better the whole time. So we have 1 more minute more to go, and then we will start. Right, hopefully some people will be able to join us, or others will be going for the playback. Right. So it's 4 o'clock. Again, we're gonna go for hamstring flexibility, stretch our inner thighs, and as well as our groin. So we'll start on the wall. So first off, I want you to start on the wall. Take your butt or your bum or your beach as close towards the wall, and then take your legs high up on the wall, lying down on your mat. Inhale here and exhale, take your feet as wide as they can go. And just allow yourself to relax here. Allow yourself to open up the inner thighs and the groin, to relax here as well. The hamstring is such a huge muscle behind the legs. So there's 3 layers of your hamstrings. And it includes as well the hamstring, or rather the muscle in the inner thigh. But that one is also called adductors. But if you open up that area of the body, it will as well open up the other 2 layers of the hamstrings. So take it easy here. We'll spend a little bit of our time here. Samakonasana on the wall. Allows the body as well to relax. And the moment we relax into a pose, the more the muscles is going to open. Just allow gravity to do the work for you here. Give yourself this space as well to come out of a aggressive approach to flexibility, but just come into a more relaxed and surrendering approach to flexibility or openness. This is a pose that's really good for those of you who are quite active, those of you who run. If you're considering that you're staying at home, maybe you're running on treadmills, or you're biking, cycling on your stationary bikes, so this is really good for you to allow your muscles to recover. Just relax here. We'll be spending about 3 minutes just opening up the inner thighs. This is even relaxing for the back as well, because your back is relaxed, no strain on, or no tension around the core, no tension around the back. Neck is as well relaxed. Feel free as well to close the eyes here. prepared a slow music for you to really feel relaxed. You can slow down the pace of your breath here. Practice even a little bit of breath work, making your exhales longer than your inhales. Notice as well how the body reacts or responds to every breath. Relaxing even more and more with every exhale. Surrendering towards the earth. And if you felt yourself more open, you can even take the feet lower on the wall if it's there for you. Just a few more breaths here and then we'll move. Last breath. And go ahead, take your hands under the knees. Bend the knees here and then take the feet back in towards each other. Stay gentle, move onto the left side of the body and slowly rise up. Just take it gentle and then we'll take it in on the floor rather. Take your feet now wide towards the sides. You don't have to go to your max. Go to your 70% or maybe 60%. Grab a hold of blocks. How many you need, even a pillow, it's really good. Right, then again, don't go for your max because we'll be staying in the pose for a little bit, for a long time. So turn the inner thighs up towards the ceiling so that the toes are pointing up. Keep the belly button pulled in. Slight anterior pelvic tilt as well. So you're sitting on the front of the sit bones, belly button in. Inhale. Exhale to lead with your heart as you fold down. You can use as well your blocks. Maybe rest the elbows on your blocks. If you have a pillow that's incredibly nice, because you can really relax into the pose. Again, just allow gravity to do the work for you here. Go for that position of the torso where you can really stay for a long time. So you don't want to go to your max. I know that some of you are quite flexible already in your pancake stretch, so don't go too deep at first. Again, go for a 60% or 70% and stay there for a bit to allow your muscles to open up. And breathe. And then as you stay in the pose, make sure that you are not feeling this in the knees and not in the low back. It should be on the inner thighs. Use as many props as you need. 2 blocks, 2 pillows. If you're feeling yourself more relaxed or you feel like you can go deeper, again, not going into your max yet, you can adjust. Taking it further, again, leading with the heart as you fold. Not your max yet. You don't want to go staying in 100% because we don't want to tear our muscles as we stay in a pose. We rather would want them to do the opposite, to relax into the pose. slow down the breath. Just a few more. Go for a couple more breaths. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more open. From here, wherever you are, inhale, exhale to walk your hands back in. Take a moment, grab the backs of the knees, take your legs together. Might feel a little intense to come out of the pose. Come towards facing towards the front of the mat. Shake your legs out. Then we'll do a seated forward fold. We'll stay here in our seated forward fold for a little bit again. So pull the butt cheeks and sit bones towards the back. Again, don't go for your 100% yet. Go for your 60%. Use blocks. You can set them down either on your thighs. Even a pillow, a bolster is really perfect for this one. Place it on the shins or on the chest or on the thighs. And you fold forward this way. And this is already a relaxed Paschimottanasana, a relaxed forward fold. Again, pay attention to where you feel this. We're going to stay here for quite longer than usual. So if you're feeling this in the low back, you need to back off. Maybe add more props. Pillow is really good as well. No agenda to take it further. No agenda to perfect the pose. When you feel the body is ready, when you feel yourself, your hamstrings really going more relaxed, go deeper into the stretch. Few more breaths here. If you feel that you can go for the full version, full expression, go ahead. You can also take it a little deeper with your block. Place the block against the feet and take it to a deeper fold. And stay 3 more breaths here. And wherever you are, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to slowly come up. Bend both the knees, taking it easy. I'm just going to adjust my mat, taking it out of the wall. Slowly bend both the knees. And then slowly rising up, lifting your tailbone up. Have a bend in the knees. And then just drop or fold forward. Stretching the hamstrings here, feel free to have a bend in the knees. You're more than welcome as well to use a block, especially if you, as you fold forward, you're all the way here. So instead of rounding into the spine, you can use a block and find your neutral spine with your ribs in. Right? And this will be more relaxing for you as well, especially if you're quite tight in the hamstrings, rather than staying here in this type of situation. Because you want to create a little bit more length on the side body so that you can be able to fold forward in your Uttanasana. Right, keep the belly in. And wherever you are, if you're all the way down on the mat or on your block, bend both the knees and slowly rise up vertebrae by vertebrae up on the mat. From here, have your hands on your hips. Step your left foot out towards the back. Find heel to heel alignment. If you're quite, if you can't square off your hips here with a heel to heel alignment, you don't need to force it. You can even have the feet hips width distance. Find about 2 feet or 1.5 feet in between the heels, or in between the feet. Right, keep the belly button folded here. Anchor down onto the outer edge of the back foot. Okay, from here, inhale. And slowly as you exhale, move from your hips. So tilt the hips back. Torso moves forward, belly in. And then slowly fold. If you need to use blocks or books of the same height, do that as well as you fold in. If you can't reach or if this is too uncomfortable for you. It's also quite good to have a bend in the knees. No issue there as well. Then as you are here, try to move in your pyramid pose as well. Just stretch into the right hamstring because we have again 3 layers of our hamstrings. Even move, set the hips, right hip or rather hips towards the right side. Try to feel it there. Then move back, pulling the hips towards the left side. And then setting it down, or rather move towards the opposite side. And then swing it over towards the right. And if you are ready, come back to center and fold in. Keep the belly in. Again, root down onto the outer edge of the back foot as you lean forward. Hands or fingertips are under the shoulders. Relax the back of the neck. And from here, take an inhale. Think again, straight or neutral spine, belly in. Exhale, you can have your left hand on a block or left hand on the mat, belly in. Hold the right hip back and reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Adjust the left hand if you need to. If you want as well, you can set your left hand outside of the right foot and twist here as you reach the right arm, opening the right shoulder up. We have about 3 more breaths here. 2. 1. Set the onto your hips. And let's switch sides. Left foot now is towards the front, right foot behind you. Spin the right heel down. About again 2 feet or 1.5 feet. Left toes point forward. Root down onto the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale here. Exhale, pulling the left hip back. Fold, taking your chest over the left thigh. Take your hands on blocks or set it down on the mat. Inhale to lengthen here and exhale to fold. Then move around in your pyramid pose as well, taking your hips towards the left and taking it over towards the right. Try to notice where in your hamstring do you feel it. And if you feel it in the side of the knee, then don't go there. And this is a practice as well to have this mind-body connection. Feeling it out in your body. Make sure the joints are safe and secure. And from here, inhale to lengthen. Right hand on the mat or on a block. And inhale to slowly revolve open, reaching the left arm up, opening the left shoulder, keeping the belly button holding. If you have it as well, right hand outside of the left foot. Pull the right ribs towards the left, open the left shoulder, reaching the left hand up. Keep the belly button pulled in. Square up the hips. About 3 more breaths here. 2. 1. Take your left hand back down onto the mat. Hands on blocks or mat. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands towards the hips and slowly rise back up to standing. Take your feet together, either towards the front of the mat. Set the blocks aside for a bit. Stretching the sides of the body long. Inhale to reach the arms up and over the head, facing the palms. And slowly as we exhale, swan dive, folding forward, all the way down onto your mat or onto your blocks or hands on the shins. Have a bend in the knees if needed. Hold onto opposite elbows, but if you prefer to keep the hands down, go ahead. Allow the head to hang, relaxing the back of the neck. No strain in the low back, stretches in the hamstrings. Steady, slow breath in and out through the nose. For those of you who don't feel comfortable with this, use blocks to help you elevate the floor towards you and to help you as well create this side body openness to help you in your forward folds in the future. And easy, slow, steady breathing here in and out through the nose. We have 5 more breaths here. Set your hands back down onto the mat. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, right foot stays at the front. Step your left foot back and take your left knee down onto the mat. You can have the toes tapped or untapped. From here, you can use blocks as well, both under the fingers. If you can't, lift the chest up with your fingers down on the mat. Then we'll move from here. Inhale to open your chest. Exhale to pull the hips back. Flex the right foot. Again, you can use blocks as you move along, moving into your half split. We'll do that 4 more times. Inhale to bend back into the right knee. Open the heart. Keep the belly button pulled in. Exhale to pull the hips back. Fold forward. Half split or Ardha Hanumanasana. 3 more. Inhale to bend into the right knee. Open the chest. Belly in. Exhale to fold back. Ardha Hanumanasana. 2 more. Inhale to open here. Exhale to Ardha Hanumanasana or half split. Inhale, lift up the chest as you pull the right foot back. Exhale, pull the hips back and fold. And we'll stay here in our Ardha Hanumanasana and we'll use a PNF technique. As we stay here, feel free as well to use a block to help you here and to create a little bit more space for your leg. If there's a band on the right knee, that's perfectly fine. So what I want you to do is flex the right foot, turning or pointing the toes up and towards the face. Keep the belly button pulled in. Have your torso halfway lifted. Left hand holds onto the right foot, so onto the knuckle of the foot. And what you're going to do for 10 seconds, you're going to try and point this right foot forward, right? So create that effort to point it forward, but your left hand is not going to allow your foot to point forward. So you're going to create a opposite action between the hand and the foot. So left hand holds onto the foot, and then press the knuckle of the foot onto the hand, prevent the toe from pointing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, release, relax now the foot, pull the foot back towards you, let go, and then fold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to halfway lift. Let's do it again. Hand onto the foot. And then counter actions. Press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the foot. Pull the toes back and fold back in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Left hand onto the foot. And then press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Some of you may feel shaking too. That's fine. 1. Hold the foot. Relax. And then slowly again, fold in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to halfway lift. You might notice that you're going deeper into the Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale to bend into the right knee. Now for those of you who want to take it further, you can use a block or use a book to elevate your right foot. So set a block under the right foot, stepping the right foot onto the block, and move into your Kapyasana this way. Right forearm is onto the right knee. So this is where a block is really helpful for you to deepen into a stretch. So we're going to deepen the stretch in our left hip flexor and as well onto the right hip. And then try not to avoid the stretch. Instead of moving, pressing onto the block, move your hips closer towards the mat. Right? And then check yourself here, no pain in the low back. Slightly pulling the right hip back, pressing the left thigh closer towards the earth, and then pulling the chest away from the thigh as well. So not dumping down here, but instead staying lifted, creating that energy or that rising energy as you root down through the hips and the right foot as well as the left thigh. Steady breath here. If you want as well, you can take your hands onto the low back, take the elbows in, and pull the heart forward, belly in. This is a more active approach for the back. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Three more. One. Exhale, take your hands back down. If you use the block, set the block out towards the sides. From here, I encourage you to already begin to work in your split. So take your right foot forward, extend the right leg as far the right hip, and perhaps this is already your split. Spending a little bit of time here with a block under the hip, right? And over time, once your hamstring begins to open, as well as the left hip flexor, maybe you can take the block lower onto a lower setting. If you have a pillow as well, you can place a pillow under the right hip, squaring off the hips so that you are not taking the open hip approach into your front split or Hanumanasana. In some disciplines, you call the squared hips split a true front split, and the open hip a open hip front split. Right. And if you are ready, then take the full Hanumanasana. You can also use blocks to help you find your squared hips here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, if you have blocks under the hip, bend back into the right knee. And let's step forward. Take your time. The left leg might need a little bit more of adjustment, as well as the right hamstring. And fold back in to relax. Then you notice that there's a bit of an imbalance in both the legs. Your right hamstring might be feeling a little bit more open than the left. Don't worry, we'll fix that in a bit. And inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, left foot stays at the front. Now step the right foot and the right knee down onto the mat. And again, if you can't lift your chest here with your fingers down, use blocks or books to support the movement or the pose. Belly in, chest is open. Inhale. Exhale to take the hips back. Fold in Ardha Hanumanasana. We'll do this 5 times. Inhale again, bend into the left knee, open the heart. Exhale to fold Ardha Hanumanasana or half split. Let's do 3 more. Inhale to open, belly in. Exhale to move the hips back. We have 2 more. Inhale to bend into the left knee, open the hips. Exhale, move back. Half split. And we have 1 more. Inhale to bend into the left knee. Open heart, belly in. Exhale, pull the hips back and fold. And we'll do the same thing here. A little bit of a technique to go deeper into your hamstring. So you can take the left hand down on a block or keep it set down on the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Right hand again holds on to the left foot, and then same thing, your left foot is going to try to point forward, but your right hand will not allow that foot to move. So you're keeping that foot from pointing forward. So right hand onto the left foot. So create that opposite action, belly in. For 10 seconds, and exhale to engage. 10, 9, you'll feel your hamstring here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pull the foot back and fold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale again, halfway lift. Create that opposite action again. Right hand on the left foot. And then opposite. Point the foot, but keep the foot from pointing. 10, 9, engage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pull the foot back. Fold back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Hand onto the Keep moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Pull the toes back. Fold back in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to bend into the left knee. And whatever you did on the opposite side, whether you just stayed with the foot down onto your mat or if you used a prop, block, or a book to help you elevate and to help you get deeper into the stretch, especially for those who are more flexible. So pulling the left hip back, allow the hips to move close towards the earth. Then keep the chest from dumping forward this way. So you still want that energy to rise as you root down onto your right thigh and left foot. Keep the chest lifted, belly in. Breathe easy here. And if you also want to have a more active approach on the back, a little bit of work on the back, you can take your hands onto the low back, hold the elbows in, and inhale to lift up and away from the thigh, but you're keeping that hip pressing forward. 5 more breaths here. 2, 1. Exhale to release. Work again on your Hanumanasana, because if you won't work on it, you also won't get it. So you can have a block, a book, a pillow under the left hip, extending the left leg towards the front. Helps you square off the hips if you tuck the back toes under. Right. So this is a more relaxed approach into working on your split. And then this may be the Hanumanasana or the split for you, and that's perfectly fine. Over time, you can adjust the height of your block, taking it lower. Again, you don't need to force the Hanumanasana to happen for you, just allow it to happen. If you continue to practice, you will notice that you will get a little bit more open every time. Then you will notice the block moving or getting shorter and shorter height-wise. And again, if you are ready, you can use the blocks as well to help support you in finding your true front split or squared hips. Setting the hips all the way down. And wherever you are, 5 more breaths. 2, 1. And whatever version of your split is, bend into the left knee. Give yourself time to unravel. Use your blocks or set your hands down on the mat. Stepping forward, both of the feet back towards the front. And allow yourself this space to fold back in. Then try to notice the balance in between or with both your hamstrings here. Steady, slow breath. Have a bend if needed. Have opposite elbows if you want. And from here, slight bend in the knees. Inhale to round. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Rising up into your standing. Right, since our hips and hamstrings are quite open, move back again to your wall. So you can adjust your mat. I'm just going to adjust it to face standing split on the wall. But you don't need to flatten yourself all the way towards the wall. Your standing split may look like this. Again, use blocks or props if needed. Setting the left foot, we'll start with stretching the right foot first. So your standing split may just look like this. And that is fine. Over time, it will begin to open the more that you practice. Your standing split might also just look this way. And over time, when you are ready, take your right foot close towards the wall, push onto your hands to help you stretch more, and take it as far as you can. Steady breaths here. This should be on the right hamstring. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, inhale to look forward and exhale. Step the left foot down onto the mat. Have a little bit of a grace period in between times. Allow yourself to rest and relax. And let's switch sides. Use blocks again if needed. Under the hands or under the palms. Taking your right foot now onto the wall. As high up as you can go. If this is where you are at this point, if you feel that you can't take it any further, then stay here for a bit. It will just be for a short while, standing split on the wall. And when you are ready, maybe you take your blocks at a shorter height. Maybe the palms are down. And if the body is already open, take your left foot towards the wall, press with your hands, and take it as high up as you can go. Steady breath, feel the stretch on the left hamstring. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift wherever you are. Exhale to set that right foot down. And go ahead and set the blocks out towards the sides. Again, take a little bit of a time to fold forward. Maybe you hug opposite elbows, or maybe you keep your hands down at the mat or on the shins. And from here, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to bend both the knees and lie all the way down onto your mat. Set the hands down at the sides with the palms facing up. Gently close the eyes if you are ready. For those of you who want to get into a very relaxing pose, you can again move back towards the wall. Take your butt as close towards the wall as you can, and then feet up on the wall. You don't need to take the legs wide so that you can relax as well the inner thighs. And then take your rest here with the palms facing up. You can even have your arms up over the head and hold on to opposite elbows. And just relax here. Because every day we are standing on our feet. This is one way to allow the legs to relax, allow the feet to relax. Resetting the blood flow. Releasing pressure from the feet. Releasing pressure from the toes, from the ankles, from the arches of the feet. Releasing pressure on your knees. You're basically doing the opposite of what you are doing when you're standing up, walking, running, cycling, or even just sitting down. And if you're ready, lie all the way flat on your mat. take your Shavasana. If you have any more poses that you would want to practice it as well. Take as much time as you need. And thank you for spending time with me here to practice and to help you in your flexibility in your hamstrings. And I hope to see you again